And welcome back. Well, we're all looking for ways to smooth out wrinkles. Plastic surgery is one way to do that.
Yeah, but this is another way. You are looking at results from a facial rejuvenation process that uses radio frequency to tighten skin. And joining us now with more on this process is Dr. Andrew Campbell. He is a facial plastic surgeon with Quintessa Medical Spa. We're super excited to have you back and talk about this. And there's a reason why you're excited about it. And part of it is because there are a lot of people who are kind of like, oh, I'd like to do plastic surgery, but they're sort of what we consider on the fence about it.
Right. Essentially, ThermiRF, this new, really groundbreaking device, is what we call an in-between. Because we've had these non-surgical, no downtime modalities, like we were a very early adopter of therapy, which is micro-focused ultrasound. It's FDA approved for brow, face, and neck lifting. It has no downtime whatsoever. It's not invasive, but the results are relatively subtle. Then you have surgery, and I can do a lot of my surgery in the office, so it's not as scary for patients because we don't have to go to an operating room, but I can do face lifts and eye lifts and neck lifts in the office, but it's surgery. So they're going to have some downtime. There's going to be sutures, and that's a little scary for some, or maybe they don't need it. They're not quite to the point where they're ready for surgery. What do we have in the middle? And previously it was nothing. Now we have this device that is radio frequency. The technology has been around for a very long time, but nobody's ever made it micro-invasive, where we get everything done, and through a very small, literally needle poke, I'm passing a catheter a little bigger than the size of a pencil lead under the skin, and we're heating up the tissue. And when
this is exactly what you're talking about, that little kind of almost needle going under the skin.
Yep, and you literally just move it very slowly underneath the skin, and we can set the temperature of the device to exactly what we want, and it reads the temperature at the end of the probe. So I know how hot the tissue is getting, and it's only going to get that hot. And then we have an infrared camera that's looking at the patient's skin where I'm working to make sure that the skin doesn't get too hot and we won't blister them. So it's extremely safe. You know exactly what you're getting, and you just heat that area up very slowly. The treatments take about an hour, and then I put a neck sling on. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I like to put a little pressure dressing on it overnight. They can take it off the next day.
Wow. So I love how you say, you know, it's extremely safe, it's extremely, you know, all these wonderful things, but you have to have somebody who's very good. Let's be honest, this isn't somebody who you want just, you know, your neighbor doing.
True.
You know,
your neighbor.
You know what I mean? Like, you're a very high level doctor saying that this is, you know, what you like and what you think is a great technology.
You don't get much higher level than me because I'm double board certified in facial plastic surgery. I lecture nationally, internationally. I'm an examiner for the Board of Facial Plastic Surgery, and I'm actually a board member of our National Board of Facial Plastic Surgery.
Yeah, you kind of got it going on.
So yeah. And you know, the company actually approached us because at Quintessa, we're typically kind of groundbreakers. If something's new and it works, I usually know about it. And the companies will actually approach us and say, are you interested in adopting this new technology? And, you know, Therapy is a great example. We had the 9th unit in America. Thermi is a great example. We have the 1st unit in Wisconsin. Vanquish, the non-surgical body sculpting, 1st unit in Wisconsin. You know, I mean, we've been the first in a lot of different technologies. And it's because I understand the way that the human body reacts to these energies. And if it makes sense to me from a physics standpoint, it's probably going to work. And the Thermi is fantastic because it gives us results that are comparable to the treatment. So we have, like I said, you know, the Therapy, which is non-invasive, no downtime. Surgery, where it's invasive, but great results. Thermi gives you better results, not quite surgical, but very significant for what it is.
Well, looking at these results, these before and afters, now this is one treatment, is that true? Single
treatment, no liposuction. Excuse me, this is strictly ThermiRF. The results in most, no liposuction at all. So no tissue was removed. This was simply ThermiRF and the energy. It will melt some fat. So we know we're going to reduce some of the fat in that area. It tightens the overlying skin because we know we're getting it up to 42 to 43 degrees centigrade, which is hot enough to create skin tightening, but not hot enough to injure the skin in any bad way.
And I was reading that it can be used on any part of the body, including the arms, the knees, the belly, but being a facial plastic surgeon, your concentration is on the face and neck.
Correct. You know, I almost don't like the fact that it does all those things because it is amazing, and it would be great to be able to offer that to our clients. But as a super specialist, I just don't feel that that's really my role. You know, I concentrate on the face. I'm exclusively the face. So to say, oh, I'm going to do your bra fat on your back, really not me. We have non-invasive ways to do that, and I have nurses that help me do those treatments. So we can treat those areas on the body. And the body, strangely, is more sensitive to these energies than the face is. So a lot of these non-surgical devices that have been used on the face are really effective on the body. They're not as effective on the face. So that's great for somebody like me that doesn't do these invasive body procedures, because we can get pretty impressive results on the body non-surgically, non-invasively. And then this ThermiRF fits in, like I said, the in-between. It's in between non-invasive, non-surgical, and surgical. It's great.
You have an educational event coming up that I want everybody to have the information for, so they can come out and learn more about ThermiRF and see if you're a good candidate. Again, it's a non-surgical neck lift that you're going to be talking about specifically there.
June 3rd, 6 p.m., sponsored by Milwaukee Magazine.
That's fantastic. And you need to RSVP to the MEC1 office, so we're going to give the information for that as well.
Yeah, there will be limited seating.
Okay, because you have 2 offices, but this again is in MEC1. So MEC1, Sheboygan, phone numbers on your screen. myquintessa.com, but again, next Tuesday, or June 3rd, sorry, Tuesday, it's in MEC1 for the non-surgical neck lift. You do have to RSVP for that educational event, and the procedure is only 1 hour. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's great, and it's a one-time thing as well, right?
One-time thing. There's really no downtime, a little bit of swelling for a few days, but people can go back to kind of normal activities and go on with their life.
Great to see you again. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.